According to the National Electrical Code, recessed fixtures in bathrooms must be damp rated or wet rated, designed for use in areas where moisture is present, labeled for use in bathrooms, and must have an underwriter's laboratories listing indicating suitability for bathroom use. They must also be approved for the specific bulb type, meaning they must be listed for use with the type of bulb you intend to use, for example, screw-in or light-emitting diode. The National Electrical Code does not specifically prohibit the use of screw-in bulbs in bathroom recessed fixtures. However, it is important to ensure that the following conditions are met. Firstly, the recessed fixture must be damp rated or wet rated for bathroom use. Secondly, the screw-in bulb must be rated for use in damp or wet locations. Thirdly, the circuit supplying the fixture must be protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter to prevent electrical shock. While screw-in bulbs may be acceptable for use in bathroom recessed fixtures, it is generally recommended to use light-emitting diode or equivalent bulbs that are less vulnerable to moisture damage and have a longer lifespan. While screw-in bulbs may be initially less expensive than light-emitting diode bulbs, consider the following factors. Firstly, longevity. Light-emitting diode bulbs have a much longer lifespan, typically 25,000 to 50,000 hours, compared to screw-in bulbs, which typically last 1,000 to 2,000 hours. Secondly, energy efficiency. Light-emitting diode bulbs consume significantly less energy, reducing your electricity bills over time. Thirdly, replacement costs. The cost of replacing screw-in bulbs more frequently due to shorter lifespan can outweigh the initial savings. In conclusion, screw-in bulbs can be used in bathroom recessed fixtures if the fixture is properly rated, the bulb is suitable for damp or wet locations, and ground fault circuit interrupter protection is provided. However, for reliability, cost-effectiveness, and energy efficiency, it is recommended to use light-emitting diode or equivalent bulbs designed for bathroom use. It is essential to verify that the chosen fixture complies with all applicable safety standards and is appropriate for the intended use in a damp environment like a bathroom. Furthermore, it's recommended to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure proper installation and compliance with local electrical codes. These codes can vary, so professional advice is always a prudent step. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and only qualified individuals should perform installations or modifications to electrical systems. Always prioritize safety and adhere to all applicable regulations. The importance of ground fault circuit interrupter protection in bathrooms cannot be overstated. A ground fault circuit interrupter is a fast-acting circuit breaker designed to shut off electrical power in the event of a ground fault. This helps to prevent electrical shock, which is a significant risk in wet environments like bathrooms. The National Electrical Code mandates ground fault circuit interrupter protection for receptacles in bathrooms, and it's also a good idea to extend this protection to lighting circuits as well. When selecting a recessed fixture for a bathroom, pay close attention to its Underwriters Laboratories listing. The Underwriters Laboratories is a well-known safety certification organization, and the Underwriters Laboratories listing indicates that the fixture has been tested and meets specific safety standards. Look for Underwriters Laboratories listing that indicates the fixture is suitable for use in damp or wet locations. This will help to ensure that the fixture is designed to withstand the moisture and humidity commonly found in bathrooms. When choosing a bulb for a bathroom recessed fixture, it's important to consider the bulb's wattage rating. The fixture will have a maximum wattage rating, and you should never exceed this rating. Using a bulb with a higher wattage than the fixture is designed for can overheat the fixture and create a fire hazard. Light-emitting diode bulbs are an excellent choice for bathroom recessed fixtures because they are energy efficient, have a long lifespan, and produce very little heat. This makes them safer to use than traditional incandescent bulbs, which can get very hot. When installing a recessed fixture, be sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Improper installation can create a safety hazard. If you're not comfortable installing the fixture yourself, it's best to hire a qualified electrician to do the job. Always disconnect the power to the circuit before working on any electrical wiring. This will help to prevent electrical shock. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off before you begin working. If you're not sure how to do this, consult with a qualified electrician. When making electrical connections, use the proper wire connectors. Wire connectors are designed to create a secure and reliable connection between wires. Never use tape to connect wires, as this can create a fire hazard. Be sure to properly ground the fixture. Grounding provides a path for electricity to flow back to the source in the event of a fault. This helps to prevent electrical shock. If you are not sure how to ground the fixture, consult with a qualified electrician. After you've installed the fixture, test it to make sure it's working properly. Turn on the power to the circuit and then turn on the fixture. If the fixture doesn't light up, check the bulb to make sure it's not burned out. If the bulb is good, check the wiring to make sure it's properly connected. If you're still having trouble, consult with a qualified electrician. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and only qualified individuals should perform installations or modifications to electrical systems. Always prioritize safety and adhere to all applicable regulations. When considering the cost of lighting options, it's important to look beyond the initial purchase price. Light-emitting diode bulbs may cost more upfront than screw-in bulbs, but they offer significant long-term savings due to their energy efficiency and extended lifespan. To illustrate, let's consider a hypothetical scenario. Suppose a traditional screw-in bulb costs $2, while a light-emitting diode equivalent costs $8. At first glance, the screw-in bulb appears to be the more economical choice. However, let's factor in the lifespan of each bulb. A screw-in bulb typically lasts for around 1,000 hours, whereas a light-emitting diode bulb can last for 25,000 hours or more. This means that over the course of 25,000 hours, you would need to replace the screw-in bulb 25 times, costing you a total of $50 in bulb replacement alone. In contrast, the light-emitting diode bulb would only need to be replaced once, costing you just $8. Furthermore, light-emitting diode bulbs consume significantly less energy than screw-in bulbs. This can result in substantial savings on your electricity bill over time. To calculate the energy savings, let's assume that the screw-in bulb consumes 60 watts of power, while the light-emitting diode equivalent consumes only 10 watts. Over the course of 25,000 hours, the screw-in bulb would consume 1,500 kilowatt-hours of electricity, while the light-emitting diode bulb would consume only 250 kilowatt-hours. At an electricity rate of $0.20 per kilowatt-hour, the screw-in bulb would cost you $300 in electricity, while the light-emitting diode bulb would cost you only $50. Therefore, the total cost of using the screw-in bulb for 25,000 hours would be $350, while the total cost of using the light-emitting diode bulb would be only $58. This represents a significant cost savings of $292 over the lifespan of the light-emitting diode bulb. In addition to the cost savings, light-emitting diode bulbs also offer other benefits, such as improved light quality and reduced environmental impact. Light-emitting diode bulbs produce a more consistent and natural light than screw-in bulbs, which can improve visibility and reduce eye strain. Light-emitting diode bulbs also contain no mercury, a hazardous substance found in some screw-in bulbs. By choosing light-emitting diode bulbs, you can reduce your environmental footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future. When selecting a light-emitting diode bulb for a bathroom recess fixture, be sure to choose one that is specifically designed for use in damp or wet locations. These bulbs are constructed with materials that are resistant to moisture and corrosion, which will help to prolong their lifespan and prevent electrical hazards. Look for a bulb that has Underwriters Laboratories listing indicating that it is suitable for use in damp or wet locations. This will ensure that the bulb has been tested and meets specific safety standards. In addition to Underwriters Laboratories listing, also consider the bulb's color temperature. Color temperature is a measure of the warmth or coolness of the light produced by the bulb. It is measured in Kelvin. Lower Kelvin temperatures produce a warmer, more yellow light, while higher Kelvin temperatures produce a cooler, more blue light. For bathrooms, a color temperature of around 2700 to 3000 Kelvin is generally recommended. This will produce a warm and inviting light that is ideal for relaxing and getting ready in the morning. You may also want to consider a bulb with a high color rendering index. The color rendering index is a measure of how accurately a light source renders the colors of objects. A bulb with a high color rendering index will make colors appear more vibrant and natural. For bathrooms, a color rendering index of 80 or higher is recommended. This will ensure that you can accurately see the colors of your skin and clothing. When installing a light-emitting diode bulb in a bathroom recess fixture, be sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Improper installation can create a safety hazard. If you're not comfortable installing the bulb yourself, it's best to hire a qualified electrician to do the job. Always disconnect the power to the circuit before working on any electrical wiring. This will help to prevent electrical shock. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off before you begin working. If you're not sure how to do this, consult with a qualified electrician. When making electrical connections, use the proper wire connectors. Wire connectors are designed to create a secure and reliable connection between wires. Never use tape to connect wires, as this can create a fire hazard. Be sure to properly ground the fixture. Grounding provides a path for electricity to flow back to the source in the event of a fault. This helps to prevent electrical shock. If you're not sure how to ground the fixture, consult with a qualified electrician. After you've installed the bulb, test it to make sure it's working properly. Turn on the power to the circuit and then turn on the fixture. If the bulb doesn't light up, check the bulb to make sure it's not burned out. If the bulb is good, check the wiring to make sure it's properly connected. If you're still having trouble, consult with a qualified electrician. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and only qualified individuals should perform installations or modifications to electrical systems. Always prioritize safety and adhere to all applicable regulations. The National Electrical Code serves as a comprehensive guideline for electrical safety. It is regularly updated to reflect the latest advancements in technology and safety practices. It is essential for electricians, contractors, and homeowners to stay informed about the current National Electrical Code requirements to ensure safe and compliant electrical installations. The National Electrical Code provides detailed specifications for various aspects of electrical systems, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. It also addresses specific requirements for different types of occupancies, such as residential, commercial, and industrial buildings. Compliance with the National Electrical Code is not only a matter of safety but also a legal requirement in many jurisdictions. Electrical inspections are typically conducted to verify that electrical installations meet the National Electrical Code standards. Failure to comply with the National Electrical Code can result in fines, penalties, and even legal action. In addition to the National Electrical Code, local electrical codes may also apply. These codes may be more stringent than the National Electrical Code and may address specific local conditions or concerns. It is important to check with your local building department to determine the applicable electrical codes in your area. When planning an electrical project, it is always a good idea to consult with a qualified electrician. A qualified electrician can assess your needs, provide expert advice, and ensure that your electrical installation is safe, compliant, and efficient. Choosing the right lighting for your bathroom is an important aspect of creating a functional and aesthetically pleasing space. Proper lighting can enhance the room's ambience, improve visibility, and contribute to overall safety. In addition to recessed lighting, other lighting options for bathrooms include vanity lighting, sconces, and overhead fixtures. Vanity lighting is typically installed above or on either side of the bathroom mirror. It provides direct lighting for tasks such as shaving, applying makeup, and styling hair. Sconces are wall-mounted fixtures that can add a touch of elegance and sophistication to a bathroom. They can be used to provide ambient lighting or to highlight specific features of the room. Overhead fixtures, such as chandeliers or pendant lights, can serve as the primary source of lighting in a bathroom. They can also add a decorative element to the space. When choosing lighting for your bathroom, it is important to consider the size and layout of the room, the desired level of brightness, and your personal style preferences. You should also ensure that the lighting fixtures are compatible with the bathroom's electrical system and meet all applicable safety codes.